What's up, fam? It's been a while. Just wanted to tell you I was a little under the weather. So I haven't been in a video for a minute. But what I want to talk about today was getting sponsored. You know, one of the big things in modding your car is a lot of people say, well, can I get a sponsorship? And what does that mean? How do you get a sponsorship? And I'm not talking about getting a sponsorship as somebody who's part of a performance shop or you have a race team. I'm talking about regular dudes like myself and possibly yourself who's watching it, who like to modify their cars and are looking to get either free products or heavily discounted products from companies from different companies that you like. Their products could be exhaust, could be intake, could be a body kit, could be rims. So how do you go about doing that is the purpose of this video. The main thing that you have to do with getting your vehicle sponsored is you got to have a few things. One, and most importantly, is you got to have a goal and a vision for what you want your car to be. Is it going to be a race car? Is it going to be a show car? Second, you got to have a following. You got to have some kind of, this day and age, a social media following. That could be Instagram, that could be YouTube. You got to have followers, because the idea from the sponsor is that we give you this free part and you're going to be able to advertise and reach your people about the product, which is going to drive up the sale for that particular product. So you got to have a vision, you got to have a following, and lastly, you got to be willing to put your own money into the car. The main thing you got to do is you got to write a proposal. A proposal is going to be outlining all of your connections, what you plan to do, how you plan to modify it, why you're part of the car community, all those things. So a lot of stuff involved. And some friends of mine are really about it, and some friends of mine are like, I don't really care because I don't want to be part of what the company is, just their guinea pig or whatever. But there's a balance there, you know. Sometimes you can either be sponsored partially, and you sign certain contracts that, you know, you'll do this many shows, car shows, and you'll put your stickers or the graphics there, and how it all works. So what about me? Am I sponsored? I am partially sponsored by Mishimoto, which I gave an application back in the summertime. They got back to me and said, sure, you know, here's some heavily discounted parts, and, you know, please throw a sticker, give us a shout out and a tag when you install them. So I haven't put anything from Mishimoto on yet, but they're one of my sponsors. Another sponsor I have is the Dynamic Perfection, which is the C9 coating. Haven't gotten anything as far as beyond that since, but we've always talked about other ideas. So I'm still looking, I'm still searching. I've reached out to other sponsors, but then I pulled back because I like car shows, but my car is not really a show car, it's a daily, so I couldn't meet their expectations for what they wanted. But remember, if you want to have your car be sponsored, you got to remember those three things. You got to have a goal and a vision. You got to have some kind of social media following, normally. And you have to be ready to put a lot of your own money into it. I'm talking about upwards of $5,000 to $10,000 into the car yourself. A lot of companies like to see that you're making that investment beforehand, before they invest in you. Now again, this is the only angle, and I'm giving you information based off a regular car guy that's not really part of a bigger company. You don't work for like an aftermarket company. You don't own your own performance shop. You're kind of like a regular guy who likes to modify their car and is looking for some love from companies that you usually go with, and that's usually what I recommend. So if you want to be sponsored, again, be prepared to write lengthy proposals, and lengthy emails, phone calls to try to get sponsorships. Be prepared to go to a certain amount of shows. Be prepared to display the images of those companies on your car, and be prepared to also understand that you're also obligated to a certain level as well by tagging them on social media and doing those things. But what's the payoff? The payoff is you get great parts at a discounted rate, and you're able to have your car be a step ahead. So I hope this helps with some of the questions. I've had some questions about why my car is or isn't sponsored, so I thought I'd do a quick video about it. A really good way to reach sponsors isn't just by like social media. Go to car shows, go to car events, go to car programs, and reach out to the liaisons there. Like I went to Ford Nationals and I met with some liaisons there. You tell them about yourself, tell them about what you want to do. Be outgoing. You gotta like kind of market yourself. Are you gonna make a bunch of money off of this? No. unless you're, like I said, you're just an individual who likes your car, wants to modify it, and then have some upgrades. So another phenomenal tip is to really be part of forums. If you want to get sponsors, a lot of the forums have representatives from companies who are looking through the forums, are part of different Facebook groups, and are really searching for people. One of the things you can do is post your build in forums. Like Mustang 6G has forums. You can make your build. Sometimes you get contacted in private messages by companies who say, listen, I see you doing this build. Would you like to test this product out? Sometimes they even contact you. So another important thing is become members of forums, especially forums on the internet. Like I said, Mustang 6G is for us, the Mustang S450 community. Of course, there's a bunch of Facebook groups, like, the list goes on. I'll put some links in the description. But become part of these forums, and you'll get to actually contact and connect with representatives from companies to possibly get sponsorships. So that's a little bonus action I meant to tell you. All right, y'all. Peace.